It's been said that in war, there are no winners, but all are losers. The initially American but now global war on drugs is no exception. Just Google "war on drugs failure" to find numerous studies, panels, and experts all chiming in to comment on this expensive, catastrophic, global disaster. And those aren't my words. Those are 3 separate articles. In 2014, in the United States, over 50% of the entire prison population were serving time related to non-violent drug offenses, and 27.6% of that portion was serving for marijuana, a drug that is now legal in Colorado, Washington, and as of November 2014, Alaska. So if all those pot smokers and cocaine snorters are in jail, then that means there are no more drugs on the street, right? Consistently, studies find that America, with arguably the most stringent illicit drug policies in the world, has more illicit drug users than any other country. Okay, so we're all in agreement. The war on drugs isn't working, and it never did work. Which is why, in 2012, like an obedient kid brother, Canada's conservative government created a new drug policy. As of now, Canadians caught growing 6 marijuana plants have longer mandatory minimum jail sentences than pedophiles who expose themselves to children. Oh wait, that's the exact kind of illogical and counterproductive policy that got us in this mess in the first place. So why are we continuing to fight a costly, unwinnable battle? It seems that Harper and other advocates of harsh drug policies believe that simply removing drug users and providers from society will eliminate both the supply and the demand for drugs. Not only is this proved to be not true, but it is not necessary. There are numerous global examples of governments using relaxed and sympathetic drug policies, resulting in decreased illicit drug use, among other benefits. The most extreme example is likely in Portugal. In 2001, the country enacted a decriminalization of personal use of all, not just marijuana, all illicit drugs. Now, over 10 years later, drug use has declined, if only slightly. But the more important conclusion to draw from this example is that relaxed drug policies did not result in pandemonium and drug-crazed teenagers roaming the streets going on murderous rampages. All of this comes as addition to the fact that marijuana is arguably safer to use than both alcohol and cigarettes. Just consider the number of drunken driving and lung cancer deaths alone. Most importantly, alcohol and cigarettes are legal and taxed, and a source of revenue to the government. So why shouldn't pot be? There's a major gap in logic here. It's time for the madness to end. It's time for us to approach repeat drug users with the compassion and support that they need, which would undoubtedly cost less in the long run than simply throwing them all in jail. We have more than enough studies on both the short and long-term effects of marijuana, and it is undoubtedly not as dangerous as the current Canadian government would have you believe. It's time to stop wasting money on ads like this one.
Smoking a joint. It can seem harmless. Marijuana. It can damage a teen for life. A message from the Government of Canada.
And start some real reform.